Next one is the Central City Cycling Accessibility and Parking request to make 3 projects be of metropolitan significance. Moved by Mike, seconded by Sarah. Is there anything that you want to say about it?
Not particularly, unless there's any questions.
Are there any questions? Phil.
What's the point? Why should we do it?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying, what's the point of asking any questions?
Fair enough. What's the rationale behind it? Please.
So basically, I guess with these 3 projects, they all go across the border, across the boundary from the Plan A area, which gives it metropolitan significance, through to the community board. So they're partially in and partially out of the community board area. So in theory, we could potentially get 2 different decisions and could impact on the delivery of the project. So what we're just proposing is make them through to one decision-making body and streamline the process.
So they're going to happen anyway, but it just makes it easier. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no. Well, the decision will need to be made, so we'll be bringing it to one decision-making rather than having 2. Yeah.
Yeah. It's trying to simplify the process.
Because we did it with the Pages Road Bridge metropolitan thing, didn't we? Okay. Yeah.
Anne.
Thank you. Thanks, Stephen.
Sorry, I seriously thought that's what you mean.
No problem. So simplifying, excellent. Still actively involving the community boards.
Correct.
So what does that look like? What can we expect to see?
So obviously the proposals will go through the community board still as part of and then be brought through for urban development for the decision. Yep. So they're still fully involved. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I've got Yanni's hand up on Zoom.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate what you're trying to achieve with this. I was just wondering if you had an option where you could have a joint board committee meeting like we used to do in the past, because that seemed to work quite well. And I think under the Local Government Act, we can actually do that. So then it doesn't disenfranchise anyone from voting, including the elected community board members.
I'm not sure if that's been considered, but the proposal is just to bring it through to, if this is approved, through to urban development and transport.
The community board's still actively involved, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just for clarification, Stefan, didn't this go to the community boards and they were supportive of this approach?
Correct.
Well, it might be helpful to actually tell members that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you.
Sorry, can I just check though, legally, we could actually have a joint committee to do these things in the future?
I think last time we struggled for
Sorry,
quorum.
he can't hear you. I mean, that might be an advantage, but...
It's not very nice now. Yes, the council, of course, it could appoint a committee made up of 2 community boards. Nothing to prevent it from doing that.
But we are not doing it on this occasion.
Well, no, I mean, the proposal is to try and streamline the process and...
Yes, why would you want to slow it down?
Exactly.
2 community boards would be smooth as.
All right, well, thank you, Ian, for that very succinct and excellent answer.
It's been my pleasure.
Sorry, so can I just be clear though, that is an option and it wouldn't slow it down because it's still one decision-making meeting. In fact, what it does is it removes the need for it to go to the community board and then go back to the council.
So you're saying that...
So it actually be quicker rather than slow it down.
This could be delegated to a joint committee of the community boards. I don't think so.
24 people.
No, the community board and the committee. The Urban Development Transport Committee and the community board could have a joint meeting.
Well,
We did
24 people.
We did one of those last term.
Sorry.
We did one last term that was ITE committee and the community board.
I've already got a mover and a
it was
seconder for this. Did you have a question? Yeah.
I'm just looking at the boundary of the metropolitan area. Do you think it's about time we start to actually revise that and potentially expand it slightly?
Possibly, yes. It's probably, yeah, I mean, that's possibly a question for elected members rather than us, but there could be some value in having it to the 4 avenues or the same area as the central city parking policy, for example.
Yeah. All right, so perhaps that's something your committee could have a look at, Sarah.
Yeah, I just want to follow up on that because we actually have an outstanding commitment to revise the community board delegations, including the Part A area, and that came from the memorandums of understanding that were signed at the beginning of this term. I know COVID's put a whole pile of stuff in the way and a whole pile of busy stuff with government things, but all of that stuff was supposed to be done at the beginning of term, relooking at the delegations and the Part A area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an outstanding action to be picked up.
Yeah. It may be that it's, at this stage it might be. Yeah, that's right.
So we get it done by the end of the term.
Yeah. All right. So that's been moved and seconded. I will. Is there any debate? I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried.
No.
Oh,
Just
no.
that recorded.
Yep. Vote recorded against for Councillor Johansson.
Thank you.